welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Kevin Robinson, track and field coach at the University of Memphis. And Coach, your teams just keep rolling right along. You went back up to Lexington over the weekend to the Rod McCravy Invite, and both teams, as far as your field eventers, were outstanding. We're going to get specific and talk about the women and the men, but overall, you've just got to be really happy of how the program's coming along this spring.
Yeah, I think we're off to a pretty good start. You know, we talked a little bit last week about how we were going to get to compete in our multi-event competitions this weekend, and you know, that's the first time those athletes have had an opportunity to compete in this event, and we built it up and got them fired up, and they went out there and they performed with, you know, some of them exceeded my expectations to an extent. So very, very pleased with how it went, and hopefully we can continue that progress.
Well, let's talk about the women's side of track and field. Let's talk about Xenia Ron, who took first place at that Rod McCravy Invite. In the pentathlon, she had a score of 4,191 points overall. That was a new school record. It also ranks third in the country.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you can't really say enough about her performance this weekend. You know, she not only broke the school record in the pentathlon, which was set by a former All-American, but she also broke the school record in the high jump. She's nationally ranked in 2 events and right on the bubble in the long jump as well. She competed very well. She's just a tough kid. She's very resilient, very composed. You know, we knew when we got her in that she was something really special. And what's unique about her is she's a total package. She's got the talent. She has the training ability, the work ethic. She's a phenomenal student. So, you know, the list just kind of goes on and on for her. So, and the other great thing is that there's still points left out there that we know we can improve on. So, the way we look at it, it's a good place to start, phenomenal place to start. But at the same time, we're not done, and she's going to improve off of that.
You also mentioned there that high jump. It was 1.81 meters, and you mentioned that it was a program best, also 13th in the nation. She's getting in some select company. We're not talking just about here at the University of Memphis, but nationally in the NCAA.
Yeah, I mean, she's a nationally ranked athlete in multiple events, and you just don't see that very often. Especially, you know, in Memphis, we've struggled to get these top-tier female athletes in here. Now we're able to attract girls that can be national level competitors in multiple events. So, I mean, it really speaks highly of the direction the program has gone in the last few years, and you know, not to take away from her performance, it's a testament to the development overall of the program, I think.
You move along in the women's division. Clara Amont Fernandez, Sabrina Holk-Ruther both had program records in the women's pole vault. I believe they both hit 3.90 meters. Yeah,
great performance by both of them. You know, Clara's just a freshman. Sabrina's just a sophomore. They're young. They're not terribly experienced at this point. But what they do bring to the table is refusal to lose. They're just extremely competitive, extremely hardworking athletes, and you know, those girls, when we get on them a little bit bigger poles, we move their run back a little bit. They're still at a short approach. So once we actually bring a little more speed to the box and get on a little bigger pole, I mean, those girls are going to go 13, 13.6, maybe even higher, who knows. But, you know, the goal for them is to continue to improve and to find themselves a spot at the national championship as well.
So the women's program did pretty well over the weekend. Anybody else you want to highlight?
You know, we had a couple of middle distance races that went really, really well. Maybe not at the same level as the other girls, but both Jenny and Nandia PR'd and ran 2:15 in the 8, which is really, really good for them. And Louisa, she had a very nice run in the 3K after coming off a fairly disappointing race for her the previous week. So, you know, she's showing some signs of life, and she's a great competitor. So, once we get her back to full strength, you know, she'll be a huge contributor for us as well.
Move over to the men's side, and Lewis Hansler set new program record. He also took first in the heptathlon. He amassed 5,291 points, and that's 15th in the country right now.
Yeah, Lewis is he's a freshman. First multi-event competition he's ever done for us, and it's a lifetime PR for him. He had a really, really solid event. But he's young, and he's going to develop a lot in the future. I think that 52.91 is just a starting point for him. He's unique because he has a tremendous amount of speed. He's a very good hurdler, and he's a very good jumper. when we get his marks and the throws to come up to a level that's more on par with the other events, I mean, the kid's going to be an All-American kind of talent. And he's another one like Xenia. He's just a great kid to coach. He's a great student. Just a pleasure to be around, and one of those kids that you just love to coach every day.
You got to be thrilled about your multi-eventers. I believe you swept that heptathlon. They all got over 5,000.
Yeah. We like we talked about, we were going to put a heavy emphasis on those multi-events this weekend, and you know, Lewis broke the school record. Mark also broke the school record, just slightly behind Lewis. And Toure, who just joined us 2 weeks ago in January, he was right behind them, and the kid, he's still jet lagged, you know. So when all three of those are firing on all cylinders, I mean, it's going to be a tough group to beat. We just got to stay healthy and keep doing what we're doing, and I think the sky's the limit.
Well, Coach, that wraps up the Rod McCravy Invite up at the University of Kentucky. Now you're going to head up a little bit further north. You're going to go up to South Bend to compete at Notre Dame this weekend, and you're going to kind of change your philosophy. You've been so much on the multi-eventers the last few weeks. This is going to be kind of a recovery period for them. You're going to get out and get some of the runners, some of the relayers out there, and see what you can do up at Notre Dame.
Yeah, a little different strategy this weekend. For 90% of the team, this is a recovery week where we're just going to train and try to get healthy, do some body maintenance, and prepare for the following weekend. What we're planning on doing this weekend is we're planning on taking our men's and women's distance medley teams up and our women's 4x4 team up. And the plan is that we're going to go out there and we're just going to make an all-out assault on our existing school records. And when we come back after that meet on Sunday, we'll have 3 new records in the record book. That's the plan. And we have the kids in line to do it as long as we're healthy and we don't make mistakes. They'll go up there and be very competitive and do a great job. And
from what I understand, the facility at Notre Dame is really going to favor that, almost like Kentucky. It's almost like a full-size track. Basically, it's a full-size track just indoors. You're going to really get to stretch it out.
Yeah, you know, what's really unique about this track is Kentucky's a 291-meter track, but it's long. It still has pretty sharp turns. Notre Dame is very wide, so we don't have to throttle down on the curves. We get a chance to open up and go. And like I said, as long as we run clean and we run our races, we'll go up there and we'll be very competitive. And you know, if things go well, like I said, we'll come back with some new records.
All right, well, Coach, another great weekend and best of luck up at Notre Dame.
Thank you, Jeff.
That is Kevin Robinson, and I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.